River Babes, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the Sweetwater Secrets preview show for episode 312, chapter 47, Bizarrodale. I'm your host, Leanne Aguilera, and once again, we're live. Now, I'll be responding to your questions and comments at the end of the show, so start writing me your thoughts. You guys are already flooding the comments right now. I see you guys. Star-Studded says they are so excited to hear what KJ has to say about Barchie, and Purple Pancake says, I'm so excited for the Shoney content we've been all waiting for. Oh yes, lots of news for you guys. Today, I'll be bringing you my 3 massive clues about Bizarrodale. Plus, I'm dishing out exclusive interviews with Ashley Murray talking all about Miss Josie McCoy's mysterious love life. And then KJ Appa and Lili Reinhart are revealing what they really think about Barchie, and you won't want to miss it. But first, let's jump into your hisses, kisses, comments, and theories that you all left on Sweetwater After Show for episode 311, chapter 46, The Red Dahlia. Kicking us off, Sophie L commented, kisses to Nana and Smithers. Yes! I know, right? I love me some Nana Rose and I love me some Smithers. Together, I want all of it. But apparently, Reading K10 is not Nana Rose's biggest fan. They wrote, why is everyone still standing Nana Rose? She frickin' took a little girl into her home just so she could have a child bride for her son. Even if Penelope is now garbage, she was just a kid back then being groomed for marriage way too early. Okay, I hear you Reading K10, and that's a valid point. But when we saw Nana Rose army crawl to the phone to call up Tony so that she could free Cheryl from the Sisters of Quiet hellhole, she won my affections for the entire series. Do you agree with me? Tell me in the comments. Moving into the theories section, Chrissy Howard posted, I have a theory that instead of killing Chick, Hal groomed him to be the Gargoyle King. Interesting. But when you consider the fact that the Gargoyle King was around when the parents were back in high school, I'm thinking that the math is not quite right. But Izzy_yo333 thinks, OMG, what if Chick is the dealer that Hermione was talking about and wanting to make money after Betty tried to kill him? So many theories about Chick, you guys. Only time will tell. But speaking of the buyer, Real Spooked wrote, I think that Edgar Evernever is the buyer, and we will finally get to see the farm. Yes, take me to the farm. Now, if you told me at the beginning of season 3 that I'd eventually be begging to see Alice's Colty farm family, I never would have believed you. But switching over into some romance vibes, Unique Karen Eek said, kisses to Josie for being there for Archie and helping him sober up. Also, a little kiss to her calling him Red. That was kind of cute. I agree, it was kind of cute. But Megan Simpson, she wasn't having it. She countered with, I hope Archie doesn't end up with Josie because she needs to get with Sweet Pea. All right, guys, who should Josie be with? You know, I said to you all in last week's live preview show that I wasn't sure that I was feeling these Archosie vibes that all of you were picking up on. So I turned straight to the source and asked my favorite diva, Ashley Murray, to dish her thoughts about Josie's love life, past flirtations, and what she hopes will happen next. Take a look.
Let's talk about Josie and Sweet Pea. We got a little flash of that in the first episode back.
Yeah, you did.
I really liked them together. I was pleasantly surprised.
Did.
What's the update?
Seeing it from Sweet Pea's side, when you're just like kind of hard up for somebody and you know, it's definitely unexpected and then all of a sudden you realize very quickly that they are not in it the same way you are, it sucks. You know, being in it from Josie's perspective, it was hard to hear some of the things that he had to say, but you, like, it was a summer fling, like you knew that. I told you what the deal was.
Not even a tall, cool drink of Sweetwater like you. It's gonna distract me from my music.
You know, Josie and Reggie had a little bit of a flirtation in season 2.
Like she just can't get it together.
No, but like, I just think that it's no guy is good enough for her.
Fair.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'd seen a little bit of flirtations. What do you think Josie's gonna think about Miss Veronica and Mr. Reggie getting together?
Honestly, I don't think it's gonna bother her that much. Again, because it just never got to a place where it could be hurtful.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think if anything, Josie might be more concerned about what Veronica might think of her.
Josie's sounding incredible these days.
Only the best at La Bonne Nuit.
I'm thinking we need to get a love that sticks from Miss Josie. Are you interested in that?
Yeah, I think it would be really nice for Josie to have some healthy consistency. I think it'd be really good for her.
All right, River Babes, what did you all think of Ashley's answers? How are we feeling now as we head into episode 312? Josie and Sweet Pea or Josie and Archie? Tell me in the comments. But for now, let's dive deeper into what's next with a quick look at the promo for chapter 47, Bizarrodale. Go.
You are going to come up with the money to pay back what's owed.
So we all received letters.
Return to school, finish the game.
Great. More teenagers.
The Gargoyle King has won.
She'll stop and listen to me.
Were you shot? So much happens in this episode, and I love it so much more than all the other ones. And so now I'm going to tell you my 3 clues about this episode, and you tell me if you can crack them. Number one Riverdalian is definitely a snake in the grass, emphasis on the snake part. Number 2, we get our sexiest montage ever in this episode. And I know that's not really a clue, but I think that you all need to know that it's about to get H-O-T hot. And number 3, a first fight will lead to an epic declaration of love, and I'm the only person who will be bringing you all this exclusive scoop. Now, River Babes, this is the epic exclusive that I've been teasing to you all, so let me just tell you this. If you're a fan of Shoni, then you do not want to miss Thursday's Sweetwater Secrets after show. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Now, switching from one hot and heavy ship to the potential of another, I asked you, River Babes, to vote in a poll on ET's community tab about what you think about Betty and Archie, and more than 13,000 of you voted. Now, 80% of you said you think they're better as friends, while 20% of you said they're totally endgame. Now, I want to make a note to all you River Babes out there, especially because I can practically hear all you Bughead fans screaming at your screens right now. As always, I will support your right to ship whoever you want on this show, which is why I will always try to get inside scoop straight from the stars about as many different pairings as possible. I want each ship to get their time to shine. So there are a lot of Barchie fans out there who are constantly asking me about this comic book couple. So when I caught up with Lili Reinhart and KJ Appa, I asked them for an update on Barchie's potential romantic future. Take a look at what they told me.
For those Betty and Archie fans who are still out there, what do you have to say about that?
Hold tight. You might be holding on for a long time, but it'll come.
Oh.
It'll come, I think.
Do you think that Betty and Archie is still a possibility in the future?
I don't think it's not a possibility.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. I think
the Barchie fans are going to take that and run with it.
I think it would have to be specific circumstances. They have a lot of love for each other, and their friendship is really beautiful and cute, so I would hate to have that ruined if they were to break up, but you never know. I think there is a world that they could be together.
Maybe not this season, but, you know.
Eventually. We've got to get every comic book iteration.
Yeah.
I feel like it would kind of have to be like back to square one. Like, that's a pretty bad way to put it, because it's like Betty would just have to not have been with Jughead. Maybe things didn't work out. I don't know. It's hard to imagine the core 4 not as they are right now.
Exactly.
Like even with Archie and Veronica breaking up, it's like, ooh, that shifts the core 4 a little bit and feels a little sad and uneasy. I kind of don't like the core 4 when they're separating, but luckily Bughead is still together.
No rest for the wicked.
Not in a wicked town.
So there you have it. That is your latest Barchie update for season 3. So start telling me your thoughts on what KJ and Lili had to say. And now I'm going to take a look at what you all have been saying during our live Q&A portion. Let's go. Right off the back, my producers are telling me that you Shoni fans are going insane. I am so excited for you guys. I'm not going to reveal too much about what I'll be bringing you in the after show, but basically it's a nice long sit down with Miss Vanessa Morgan, and I will be revealing something that you've never seen before, so it's going to be really special. Let's take it back to the beginning of the comments. Victoria said, better be good Barchie tea. I think that there was a good mixture between Barchie tea and Bughead tea in there, but a lot of you Barchie fans have also been asking me to spill the scoop on them and what's coming up for them. Like I mentioned earlier, this week's episode is very hot, and there is a great Bughead scene, and Basically, I know that you guys have all been worried about Bughead. Next week's preview show, I will be bringing you new scoop from Lily and Cole talking all about Bughead, so don't you worry, I've got your back, Bughead fans. Once again, I like the fact that they are solid this year, so I've got exclusive quotes for you about that. Get excited. Let's see. Gummy Bear Pizza, which I love gummy bears and I love pizza. I'm not sure if I would want them together. Gummy Bear Pizza says, I really hope Hiram will back off now. But it was easy for him to say, let's make a truce when he was weak and couldn't do anything anyway. So true. It's so easy when he's laying in the hospital bed and Archie had a gun and he was like trying, I don't even know. I'm tired of Hiram. I need a break. I know you guys all agree. Penelope's gonna start bugging you now, but what are you gonna do? We always gotta be mad at one Riverdale parent, right? Catherine says, I just want Phallus to get some screen time alone and not with Bughead or the other parents. Catherine, you and me both, girl. I need some Phallus. And also, a lot of you non-Phallus fans have been trying to point out what Phallus sounds like. I don't care, that's their ship name and it's established, so we're sticking with it. Taylor says, Shoni and Archosi are my favorite ships. Shoni because they helped me come out as a lesbian to my family, and Archosi because I think they have great chemistry and Josie deserves more screen time. Taylor, that is so lovely to hear. I'm so glad that Cheryl and Tony's relationship has been able to help you, and I hope that it's been able to help a lot of other Riverdale fans out there. Tonight's episode dives really deeply into the LGBTQIA tones of it all, and there's some really big things that happen. There's some really big declarations that are made in this episode that I know a lot of you Shoni fans have been waiting to hear. It's a very important episode. I thought it was brilliant. We get a lot of kisses from all different kinds of couples. It's probably my favorite episode of the season. If I haven't already said that, I'm just saying it now. Aiden says, I really want for Gladys and Betty to meet, and when they do, I wonder what they're going to think about each other. I also want to see Betty and Jellybean meet. I need some more Bughead scenes. So I actually spoke with Lily and Gina Gershon about what Gladys and Betty are going to think of each other. They hadn't yet filmed a scene together, so I have their speculations, and I'll dive in deeper into that in a couple episodes, but they said some really fun things. I can't wait to see what happens when they do eventually meet. I would like to think that they would have some mutual respect for each other, but who knows? Mary PR says, Leanne should write an episode of Riverdale. She is so respectful of the ships, it would be the best. First of all, that is very sweet of you. I have never claimed to be a writer. I wouldn't know the first thing about writing an episode of television, which is why I always like to say that I have so much respect for the Riverdale writers. It must be so difficult to balance such a large ensemble cast with all these different tones. I wouldn't even know where to begin from it, but it would be fun. I don't know. One day, maybe. I think I'll just keep telling you my hisses and kisses in the meantime. How about that? That works for me. Catherine says, Phallus is like the favorite parents ship, but still gets nothing on screen. Do you know if we will have anything in the future? Roberto still says they're canon. Interesting. Once again, Roberto dropping all these nuggets without telling anybody. He's just spoiling everything, and I love it. I don't know if they would be canon. I personally love them together, but I would like to see a bit more about Gladys and FP's past. I want to know what really made their marriage fall apart. Was it circumstance? Was it a fight? I'm not sure, but if we did have to have a love triangle, I'd be okay with seeing that. You feel free to disagree with me. Neela says peaches and cream. So a lot of comments about peaches and cream, but Neela says peaches and cream. So maybe Heather joined the Serpents and like this is her nickname? I'm not sure who Heather is. Are you referring to Heather as the musical? I will say that you might be seeing peaches and cream sooner than you think. So there's that. Sammy says, we know we see Gladys in the promo. Will we see JB this week? I don't know. Maybe. Jenny Pie, is Kelly Ripa coming back? I don't know if Kelly Ripa's coming back, but if she does, I would like that scene between Kelly and Mark Consuelos together because they are married and they didn't even share a scene together. I would like that. I don't like adultery, and I don't like that Hermione and Hiram are now having like massive affairs, even though Hiram kind of killed her person. Things are weird, man. This is Riverdale. Oh, and I'm getting yet another note that my hair has gone crazy, so I'm just gonna take a second, fix that. Thank you very much for that. Moving on to a couple more. Peter says, has anyone noticed that Veronica and Betty barely have any scenes together anymore? Veronica only has scenes with Reggie and Jughead, but her friendship with Jughead is actually strictly business now. Yes, I desperately need some B&B in my life, and so does Lili Reinhart, so I will be bringing you that scoop from her. We talked a lot about Betty and Veronica this season, or the lack thereof, and also what Betty would think about Veronica and Reggie together as a new pair. So that will be coming for you guys soon. But I completely agree, we have not had nearly as much Betty and Veronica as I want. And yes, it seems that the only scenes that Veronica really shares anymore is with Reggie, which is fine. I will tell you though that this week I do finally start to ship them, so that's exciting. They're really cute. So I'm like, all right, I'm starting to finally feel this. Oh my gosh, all you Shoney fans are just making me so excited. Coco, will our Josie happen if Ashley is going to be on Katie Keene? Yes, you guys, the news is out there. So when you originally asked me about this a couple episodes ago, if Ashley Murray was going to be going over to the new Riverdale spinoff, I genuinely did not know. But when the news was officially announced that Miss Josie McCoy will be moving to New York to star in Katie Keene, the new Riverdale spinoff, I was so thrilled. I immediately texted Ashley and told her how excited I am. She's finally gonna get this time to shine, and I think it's so great. What this means for our Josie or any relationship that Josie has, I'm not quite sure, but knowing Roberto, he said that this has been the plan from the very beginning, that Josie was always destined to go to New York, so we will see what happens. I'm not quite sure, but I am excited for Ashley. I'm so excited that she is gonna have this moment. She deserves it. Let's see, we've got a couple more that I want to get through. Bringing it way back to the beginning of it. Tessa says, I think Josie and Archie may not work out. Archie's obviously still hung up on Veronica. Is he? Is he? Maybe. I don't know. He was just drinking at her bar. I think Archie's just hung up on a lot of things. Archie needs to work through some things, and this week we're finally gonna see him get back on the right track. We're getting a lot of season 1 vibes, which I was personally really excited about because I love season 1. So I think we're gonna be okay. Josie Jones says, Kevin better not drink out of that cup from Griffins and Gargoyles. Kevin has a hard episode tonight, you guys, and you know how much I love my Kevin. It's a hard one to watch, but good in a lot of ways, but really hard on many. Keeping it going, Dawn of the Dead says, hisses to Alice already. No hisses to Alice this week. She's just being normal, which is exciting. All right, we've got some new ones coming in right now. Alicia says, do we see some background for Tony in this episode? Can't wait for the Shoney moments. Well, Alicia, we don't see background for Tony, but we do get to know more about her past. She reveals a really big secret in tonight's episode, and it's really gonna tug on your heartstrings. And so I was really excited to finally peel back a little bit more of those layers. And I know Vanessa was excited too, so you'll be getting scoop from her later. Venus, if Kevin gets hurt, I will cry so much. He is such an innocent person. Kevin, I love him so much. I adore Casey Cott to pieces, but like there's a special place in my character loving heart for Kevin Keller, and he, just watch. We'll all hug each other later. Maya Driver, she has thoughts on our Josie. She says, I don't ship our Josie. Archie deserves some time to get back to his normal self before dating. We'll go back to Ronnie. I do agree that Archie needs to be single. I agree that everyone needs to breathe a little bit, but you know, if it puts him back on the right track, and if he always has to have a girl to kind of push him to be normal, whatever, you know, it's Archie. Amber F, I don't want to meet Peaches. This is gonna mess things up for Shoney. Why would you say it messes things up for Shoney? No, it's just another girl. I don't think so. Lots of fans are asking if the wedding is this season. Which wedding? Which wedding? Nora says, will anyone go to therapy on Riverdale? Like, we need representation of therapy. I mean, a lot of people could need some therapy, and you'll see after tonight's episode that one character in particular really needs some therapy. that therapist I feel like would make a killing in Riverdale. But yes, I agree. On a more serious note, everyone needs to work through their mental health issues in their own way, whether that's through music like Josie had said last week, or through punching or something like that. I just want them to channel their aggressions and their mental health issues into something constructive and positive. We're gonna just take a couple more questions right now, guys, because I still have to film the after show for you, and I'm so excited. Colex Vina says, I think Gladys Jones is the buyer. I don't trust her. She just gives me bad vibes. I'm not going to speak onto whether or not she is the buyer, but I will say I think that Gina Gershon's performance as Gladys is amazing. You already saw it in the promo where she goes, ugh, teenagers again. I think that her delivery is so great. She's a really fun way to kind of poke fun at the things that we always talk about on the show, like the fact that, like, yes, why are teenagers carrying out these mobster responsibilities? So I like her. I think that she creates a nice little mirror that we all need. A lot of folks are asking about Edgar Evernever. Once again, but farms, cows, crazy people, who knows? Ellen Roberts, can Veggie be more open with Archie? I feel like they have been open. I don't know if they're necessarily going to start like flaunting their PDA around Archie. That would be a little insensitive, but I don't know. You will start to see some more PDA from Veggie though. And then, oh, they think it's Bughead's wedding. You guys, this is the first I'm hearing of this. Interesting. I haven't heard anything about that. And once again, I've said this before, I'm not a fan of like high school weddings and like high school pregnancy storylines. I just feel like we've seen them too many times. Riverdale has enough crazy things going on without seeing like high school sweethearts getting married right away, but it is Riverdale. It's happened before. I think FP and Gladys were high school sweethearts and then got married really young. I don't know. Who knows? If it does happen, like, trust me, I will be fighting to catch that bouquet because I want to be in the episode and like wearing a bridesmaid dress. I will talk to Roberto about that if it actually happens, but I don't know how I feel about that. 3 more. Can't Relate says, Fred needs a love interest. Fred needs a hug. If Fred and Kevin Keller ever wanted to go off and just go fishing together and just have a nice, like, wholesome, like, completely platonic day, I think that that would be so nice. They would have such a nice time together. Friends for Fred. Or let's bring back Molly Ringwald. I would love that. Let's get Fred some lovin's. Okay, Natalie says, is Edgar the new Hiram? I have a feeling he eventually will be. I think that as the back half of season 3 progresses and we meet Edgar Evernever, he's probably going to be getting most of my hisses in our hisses and kisses. But that's fine. I need a break from Hiram. So I'm fine to add someone else for now. And let's see, one more question. Kat, K-A-I-T. Hi. When do Tom and Sierra get married? If you saw in the promo, it looked like someone was in a little white dress in this week's episode. So I'm not going to say when they get married, but I will say that if you tune into tomorrow's episode of Sweetwater, you will have exclusive answers from Ashley Murray about whatever happens in tonight's episode and her thoughts on what maybe or may not be happening. Is that vague enough for you? But are you still picking up what I'm putting down? I think so. And I think we're gonna end it there for now. Thank you, River Babes, so much for tuning in to today's preview show. And be sure to check back with me for our Sweetwater Secrets after show for episode 312, chapter 47, Bizarrodale, because I've got that massive exclusive that I cannot wait to show you. It's so cool. It's a new piece of something. Can't tell you any more than that. But for now, please give this video a like, hit subscribe, and then head on down to the comments to see if you can crack my 3 clues about episode 312. Plus, who are you shipping Josie with? And after watching my chat with KJ and Lily, have your thoughts on Barchie changed? I don't know. Tell me everything, River Babes, and I'll see you after the episode. Bye.